Okay, so everything around me fell. Trying to not be as chaotic as it needs to be. As you see, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we have quite a haul, and now we're here. I didn't mean to start from newest to least new. The order is kind of all over the place, but these are books I've bought probably within the past 2 months. There probably is more, but I think these are the general sense of what I saw, okay? Of what I recall that I bought recently, and books that I kind of wanted to just show off. Am I proud of this? No. But the conclusion I came to was I need to read books in my physical TBR. I need to get with it, because manga, I feel like I'm not doing that bad. Questionable. But with these books, I need to get to it. I feel like I've been on a roll, but we'll get going. And I did get 3 arcs, but that's going to be for a separate video, which you will see. So we're just going to talk about these books right now, which is still a lot. We got a lot to go through. So this one I got literally a few days ago. Fourth Wing. Now this book blew up, and this is the rare case where I bought it for the hype. I found out there was dragons in it. It was a fantasy. I didn't know that this was a fantasy romance. And this book is really pretty, so I got it. Now knowing that this is a fantasy romance, I have nothing against it, by the way, but I just haven't seen a book like this get so hyped in so long, and I wanted to know. And also, look how pretty this is. But now knowing this is a fantasy romance, I'm like, I don't know. But I'm gonna read it for the vibes, have a good time, see my thoughts. Let me know if you want a reading vlog for any of these. Just let me know and I'll do it. I think this one I'm definitely gonna do a reading vlog for, because this book is like kind of blowing up and I want to see. And Taylor from Taylor Reads loved this book. Me and Taylor don't have like similar tastes all the time, so I'm curious to see how this goes, especially in terms of romance. Yeah, but I think I'm easy to please, so let's see what happens. I went for it anyway. I bought it. It's done. Now you're gonna see the stack grow. This keeps going. Now this one is a nonfiction. It's called Be Not Afraid of Love, Lessons on Fear, Intimacy, and Connection. And this book I've been curious about because ever since I read Attached, I wanted more nonfiction books on psychology, relationships, that kind of whole thing. And I've been seeing this book go around, and I'm very excited to read it and see my thoughts on it. Because I feel like Attached was a really great read. I feel like I got a lot out of it. And here's the thing, as someone who's never been in a relationship, you know, it doesn't hurt to learn a bit more before I get caught off guard. Yeah, I'm flipping so you can see the spine. But yeah, I'm very excited to see my thoughts. It's not that long of a book, but yeah, I'm gonna see. And I've seen good reviews on that as well. Again, this is another thing with the manga haul where I don't know what I'm grabbing. We're just here. Now, this book is You're That Bitch by Bretman Rock. I am a fan of Bretman Rock, and I do have the audiobook as well, so I am going to enjoy hearing him narrate. And I feel like Bretman Rock is just one of those influencers out there. He's not like other girls. I hate to say that, but he really isn't. He really has created his own brand, his own thing, and really went out of his comfort zone, which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people did, but I really like the way Bretman went about it. And you see a lot of drama that's going on in the internet world, the beauty community, and he's just living his life in the mountains in Hawaii, and I love it. So I don't know, I kind of want to just see what he's talking about. but he really is that bitch, so I'm very excited to read it as a fan. Now, next up, you know what, let's grab something from back here. Okay, this is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and this is the Penguin Deluxe Edition. Now, I want to get into classics more, but I love the Penguin Classics editions of these books, and this book is no exception. It is so beautiful, and I don't know, I just want my classics collections to be a bit unique, a bit different, and this is really giving that. And I feel like I gotta give a shout out to Throne of Pages, because she really knows how to make a classic fun and not feel as intimidating. And from what she described of this, just feels like a story I actually would like. And I feel like I grew a few more brain cells, so I think I should be good to read Crime and Punishment. Let me know if you want a classics reading vlog. I have quite a few classics I could read. Now, what's this? So a lot of these are upside down. This one is Sirens Muses by Antonia Andress. But first of all, the cover. Second of all, it is about being in an art school. Hi, I went to an art school. And four artists are drawn into a web of rivalry and desire at an elite art school. I went to an art school in New York City, and on the streets of New York in this magnificent debut for fans of, so this is a debut for fans of Writers and Lovers and The Goldfinch. I don't know what those are. I know what The Goldfinch is, but I don't really care for it. But I'm very excited for this. This just feels like something that is totally up my alley. And look at this cover. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's like I could take a picture and be like, you know, just let me stop. But I do feel like I'm gonna like this book a lot, and I had to take advantage. And also, so far, I have seen good things about it, but we'll see. I feel like I'm gonna like it, but you never know. Okay, let's pick up something from, oh, this is a thickie. This is another classic. And this is Alexandre Dumas' The Count of Monte Cristo. I blame Throne of Pages because apparently this sounds like an adventure from what I remember. Thrown into prison for a crime he has not committed, Edmond Dantes is confined to the grim fortress of If. There he learns of a great hoard of treasure hidden on the isle of Monte Cristo, and he becomes determined not only to escape, but also to use the treasure to plot the destruction of the three men responsible for his incarceration. Dumas' epic tale of suffering and retribution, inspired by a real-life case of wrongful imprisonment, was a huge popular success when it was first serialized in the 1840s. This just sounds really fun. For a classic too, and I feel like I'm gonna like it. There's no explanation for why I did it, but I feel like I'm gonna like it. And yeah, I'm very excited to see my thoughts on it. Again, a reading vlog for any of these, let me know. I need more motivation. Now this one I picked up actually recently, and that is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. The second book came out actually recently, but I want to read it because it feels like this YA fantasy is not like other girls. And I've been so curious about it, but I kept putting it off because I wanted the hardcover. Anytime I saw it, it would be like ripped up and everything. But I was like, you know what? I'm finally buying it. And now the second book is out, so I feel like if anything, this should give me motivation to read it. But it is about, if you can't tell, I don't read the synopsis. Let me read the back of it instead. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful, kind princess and her wicked maid. One day, the wicked maid stole the princess's face, and with it her name, her betrothed, everything. The princess had to toil away as a servant while her maid lived like a queen. When the maid was caught, she died for her crimes, and the princess lived happily ever after. Or is that how the story has been told? Now it's time for the wicked maid to tell her side of the story. That is really cool. Do I need to say more? Is there anything under the dust jacket? No? Okay. But I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this. I feel like it's bringing something different to the YA genre, you know? And I'm very excited to see my thoughts on this book. And hopefully I like it so I could get to the second one. Now, this is a new release. Pretty ambitious for me to buy. And that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I know Emily Henry's everywhere. Now, my thoughts on her books, I feel like, to me, I feel like they're one of the better romances. Reason why, and I've only read Book Lovers, so I can't go based off, but I feel like there's more going on than just romance. And I was curious about this book, but I held off. But when people said the writing was better than Book Lovers, like it got better, I felt like I had to pick it up. I know, but I felt like I had to pick it up. And I'm not gonna lie, the hardcover is really pretty. I was gonna wait a year till the paperback came out, but I was like, you know what, this is pretty, it's fine. But that's when you know, like, Emily Henry has made it, because having a hardcover like this for a romance, that's not easy to do. So I'm really impressed with her. I did really love Book Lovers. I have People We Meet on Vacation, but I still think Book Lovers is gonna be my favorite. But I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this one. I feel like this is perfect for the summertime. So let's see how this one goes. Yeah, just stands out like everything else. I think there's one more back here. Yeah, there is. Now this one was kind of an impulse buy, and that is The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. Now, hear me out. This is a sci-fi. I don't really get into sci-fi, but I watched a video. Hopefully I could find it, but I watched a video based off of, like, recommending books based off of your zodiac sign, and this was what was put for Gemini. Now, hear me out. When the guy read it, he said that he felt like he was on an acid trip reading this book. Now, first of all, what does that say about Geminis? But I think the curiosity aspect of a Gemini, always trying to know the answer of everything. This book is kind of, it's a sci-fi, but it's kind of philosophical, I believe. Yeah, and if I really like it, I'm gonna keep reading it, you know? And I do want to get more into the sci-fi genre, because I really did enjoy Dune, and I'm currently still reading like the third book. But I don't know, this one, it ended up making me curious, so I got it. And it is blurbed by Obama. Wildly imaginative. I don't think I need to say more. It was blurbed by Obama, so yeah. There we go. Oh, they look so pretty together. Oh my god. The next book I got is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. Now, this was an impulse buy again. I blame the Clockwork Reader. A Clockwork Reader. What's her name? Hannah? Is that her name? What is her name? A Clockwork Reader. I blame her, because she knows how to make anything sound good. And I feel like our book taste is somewhat similar. I feel like there's little things that make it different. But overall, I feel like I'm gonna like her book recommendations. And the reason why I got this book was because, one, there was buy one, get one 50% off. And I was like to my cousin, if you're gonna get a book, this has the 50% off sticker. So get something. So that's where I took advantage of that. And also, it's an adult fantasy, but it's just for the vibes. And I noticed like A Clockwork Reader has been going for the vibes, and I love that. And that's kind of something I want more. I feel like I've picked up enough books for the vibes, so I think this was enough for me. Now this, oh, put that down. This one is Frederick Backman, Beartown, and I've been just curious about this author because he's been popping off, and Beartown is now an HBO original series, and also the book is like really pretty blue color, and it just felt like something I was gonna like. He's the author of Anxious People, but for some reason, this book, I got really curious. I wish this red thing wasn't there, but I just got curious, and this is an author I want to check out, and this is the book I decided to pick. There's no other reason. I don't know exactly what the book is even about. Seems to be there's a tiny community. Beartown hasn't been the best at anything in a long time, but down by the lake stands an old ice rink, and in that ice rink, Kevin, Amat, Benji, and the rest of the town's junior ice hockey team are about to compete in the national semifinals, and they actually have a shot at winning. All the hopes and dreams of this place now rest on the shoulders of a handful of teenage boys. Under that heavy burden, the semifinal match becomes the catalyst for a violent act that will leave a young girl traumatized and a town in turmoil. This is a story about a town and a game, but even more about loyalty, commitment, and responsibility of friendship, the people we disappoint even though we love them, and the decisions we make every day that come to define us. In this story of a small forest town, Frederick Bachman has found the entire world. Period. This is the future of booktube. Period. But I don't know. This is just one of those books. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna like it. So we'll see. There's no further explanation for that. Now this one, I wanted to show both of them. So I bought The Little Prince. I slowly want to pick up like childhood reads and things I read as a teenager, like The Outsiders, Hatchet, stuff like that. This is nothing related to The Little Prince, but I just picked up like a simple edition of The Little Prince. I just slowly want to pick up childhood reads for my collection because I don't think I need any more for a new like TBR. I think I have enough, you know? And I am currently studying Korean. I haven't been the best at doing that, but I do want to enjoy reading Korean. So I went to the Korean bookstore. I tend to go often. And I thought the best book to get right now, besides like manhwa and everything, was The Little Prince. So I got the Korean edition of The Little Prince, and it's just so pretty. Like, look at that. But I feel like this was a good little story to start off with, and I do need to reread The Little Prince in general. So now it's nice to have my own physical copy and the Korean edition that is so stunning. And it will be really great to be able to be at a point where I could read Korean literature in its like actual language, not translated, even though it's really good still. But to be able to do that will kind of be everything. It'll be very hard, but I'll give it a couple of years. We'll see. Oh, this is not the last book. We got other stuff. We have one more thing, but before that, I got In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. I love The House in the Cerulean Sea. I haven't read Under the Whispering Door yet. And In the Lives of Puppets, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. I know this is actually more sci-fi in a sense, and there is kind of a sense of Pinocchio in here, like somewhat a retelling, but it's kind of doing its own thing. And I don't know, I'm just really curious what TJ Klune could do. So I'm really like, I have to read his other book, Under the Whispering Door, just to see my thoughts and make sure I'm not wasting money. But the cover is stunning, and also I am realizing TJ Klune's like books are slowly having like a gradient effect in the colors, and it looks really nice. So there's that. And last but not least, I got The Art of Prophecy by Wesley Chu. Now here's the thing, I already have the regular edition, but I wanted a nice edition. This was kind of a treat myself kind of thing, because I feel like I don't have like crazy books in nice editions, which I know like that doesn't matter, but it was just something I wanted for myself. And I got it from The Broken Binding, and since it's not, you know, more books in the series, yeah, look how amazing that is. But since it's not like a crazy series, like it's a standalone, I think there's gonna be more books. there's gonna be more books, but right now, since it's only one book, had to take advantage for the price. And look how beautiful that is. And honestly, both of them next to each other look so nice. I have them on my shelves, but just to give a little show, look at that. It says, she had learned from experience that murder was a terrible way to start a relationship. I mean, yeah. And then that, like, this book is just beautiful. And I know that's impulsive considering I have not read this book yet, but hear me out, okay? I feel like I'm gonna like it, and I feel like it's just gonna be a fun adult fantasy, which was, again, I was kind of looking for that, just fun adult fantasy, and I heard it's really good and really fun to read. I can't wait to read it, and now to just have this stunning edition, I'm obsessed. So, on top of this, and there is probably a few books that I'm missing, but that is my haul. So, you know what? This needs to shine. Wait. Okay. That is my book haul from the past few months? No, month or two. Whew. Just, yeah, I really did a number in the past few months. Do I regret it? No. But am I more mindful right now? Yes. And it doesn't help that my birthday is coming up too. So there's that. But I'm really glad I was able to have the time to just show you these books. That I'm excited for all of these. And again, if you want a reading vlog for any of these books, just let me know. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm tired, but hope you guys enjoyed this. And yes, I am wearing the same shirt from my manga haul. This is the only time I'm able to film, so I'm taking advantage of it. And this shirt's too iconic to not show off. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. No, I can't. Okay, bye.